is now Wednesday. We are starting the Chronicles very late this week. I just took a quick run this morning. I am pretty much back into running at my regular cadence as far as every other day. But I'm still not at my long distances. I'm only doing about 3 miles. But I think I need to stay here for a while, really make sure my knee's feeling good. I think I haven't given a knee update in a while, but it's doing really well. So I've obviously been able to kind of get back into running. Haven't had any issues with my other workouts. Definitely feel like I'm getting stronger. So all definitely getting better, but I want to continue to take it slow. Don't want to push it too hard. It was a beautiful morning this morning, and I wanted to share it with you because I don't usually take my phone on runs. And I thought, before it starts getting really dark in the mornings, I should take my phone out so I can try to catch a sunrise. And I'm glad I did. The other thing, actually, that I wanted to make sure I showed is the sailboats, because we are getting to the time of year, because it's about mid-September now, and we're getting to the time of year where the boats will start to go away, which is always a sad time, because then, like winter's coming, and although, we loved winter here, there's certainly like things to love about every season, but it's always sad to see the lake empty. You're like, oh, where'd the boats go? But it's equally exciting, if not more exciting, when they come back in the spring. I am heading into work now. I'm going in a little bit early this morning because I'm actually speaking at our town hall. We have like an all-company town hall. We do this about like once a quarter, and I'm speaking in that today, so I need to make sure I'm there in plenty of time. I was going over my slides this morning just to make sure it was all, top of mind. I knew what I was going to say, etc. I spoke in the town hall in February to kind of introduce my department, because my department is new. We just kind of officially introduced it in January. So I spoke in the town hall in February to introduce my department and the pillars of our department, what we look to do for the organization. And then today, I'm basically revisiting that. So kind of revisiting those pillars and what we've done so far. Also officially kind of formally introduce my team across the board, because we also had hired some people for my team since that time. So I'm looking forward to doing that this morning. And because it's starting to kind of, feel a little like fall outside, definitely fall is around the corner, I got to have my very first pumpkin bagel of the season. Trader Joe's has really good gluten-free pumpkin bagels, and I look forward to them every single year, and Chris got me some yesterday.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm walking to work on Wednesday. I'm off on Wednesdays, but the end of the season is here, and schedules start to go crazy. It's hard to believe that we're almost over, even though today it feels so nice. Probably have 2-3 more weeks left. I think we're projecting either the 13th or the 19th being the last day. That math doesn't do well. Maybe the 12th of October. But yeah, we were hoping to get a couple more weekends of the lake as well, but last Friday or last Saturday, someone came in to open the lake and the dock had fallen apart. Yeah, it was kind of a chaotic thing, and then basically it turned out that we just had to close the lakefront location early because the dock is inaccessible and broken. But luckily the river is open for a couple more weeks. I am ready to be done, but I will miss it as soon as it's gone. So it's a cycle of winter, summer here for me, at least in Chicago. I'm looking forward to working really hard, and then by the end, I'm looking forward to having the break. One thing that I am going to try really hard this winter, though, is to make sure I'm still pretty active. Maybe go on some walks. I'm walking to work every day during the summer. I'm working, even though I'm not like kayaking or lifting boats as much as I used to. It's still, I'm out and active, so I'm gonna have to do that. Make sure that I am keeping active in the winter, because I tend to get sedentary and then just get lazy and don't do much. But the main reason why I am working today is that I requested this Sunday off, and Monday too, but Monday is part of the next work week. So Whitney and I have the Sunday and Monday off together. I'm not sure what we'll do. My plan is just to chill at home, but I'm sure she has something planned. But that's either way, I'll enjoy it, and then I have the following weekend off too. Can't remember why I asked it off. Maybe just to have a weekend off, kind of right before we close, maybe, I don't know. I kind of tend to do that. I learned about halfway through this summer that you can add notes to when you put in a time request off, so started doing that, so then I remember why I asked for these days off, but I guess I put this one in a lot earlier than that.
I am heading home now. It is the afternoon, so I'm gonna get back on when I get back home. But because Chris is closing tonight, I wanted to leave a little bit earlier so Gertie didn't have to be in her pen for very long. So I'm gonna head home now and finish out my day there. But I had already left the building. We had lunch brought in today because we had our town hall today, so they brought lunch in. I had forgotten about that, so we made burger bowls for dinner last night, and I had Chris make me a burger bowl for lunch today. And so I had brought that in with me. So I didn't eat that, obviously, because I ate the lunch that was brought in. So I was like, oh good, I'll have my burger bowl for dinner tonight. That'll be perfect, because Chris is closing. And then I got about a block and a half away from work, and realized I had forgotten the burger bowl. So, whoopsie daisies. So I had to go back and get it. So I mean, it was just obviously not too far. So I just turned around, went back up, got my burger bowl, and now I'm heading back home. So, slight little detour, but now I've got dinner. So that's the important thing.
It's Friday here at work. It's a slow season, and it's just me and managers and the tour guide. So I'm doing like all of the boat lifting. It's kind of exhausting. Kind of also not feeling great. There's like a sickness kind of going around. A bunch of people are out sick, and I don't really have any symptoms other than a slight cough, and then I'm really tired. So sure, it works out great that I'm working extra hard now that the end of the season is here. But yeah, the weather is just so amazing. That's why I wanted to turn the video camera on. It's just like, it's just too warm and nice to be this slow, and there's not enough tourists down here on the Riverwalk. But oh well, I guess this means that wrapping it up, and then the winter is here, and then I get to hibernate for 6 months.
It is Friday. I'm off today. I actually took today and Monday off. And then Chris took Sunday and Monday off. So we actually have 2 days off together, which I think hasn't happened since before he started the season. So I'm really looking forward to that. But today, I kind of took a lazy morning, and then I'm now heading over to my parents to meet my parents and also my sister and her husband. We're gonna go to lunch. My parents will be moving into their new unit very soon. It's been under construction. They'll be moving there in about a month. And the table that they have in their current unit that they just sold is not going to really fit in the new space. Like it doesn't really work in the new space. I almost went through my elevator. I get used to going to the service elevator with Gertie, so I forget that I can use the regular elevator when it's just me. Anyway, my sister and her husband are going to take the table. So they're literally here just for a couple of hours today to pick up the table to take it back home. So meeting them real quick for some lunch before they head back home. We are here at Industry Ales. My sister and Kai are here with me. Chris is at work. He's actually working a double today, so he's working like all day. But there's like no one here. It's really weird. They must only be busy at dinner time. I've never been. You haven't come here for lunch, right? I've never come for lunch.
They are so hopping.
Yeah, they're so hopping in the evening. They are dead at lunchtime because it's like 12:30, so you'd think they'd be really busy, but not today. And it's a Friday. Well, I am back from lunch. It was a bit of a bust, unfortunately. So I love Industry Ales. We go there all the time. But they didn't have gluten-free buns. And they had their special was like these brisket tacos, which we've had before, and they're really yummy. And what I did is, because they come on flour tortillas, so I ordered them like on fries instead, and it was almost like fried nachos, and they were so yummy. So I was like, oh, no big deal that you don't have the gluten-free buns. I'll just do the brisket, brisket tacos. And she's like, oh, we don't have the brisket tacos. They also didn't have salmon for my dad's salad. So it was like they were just out of everything. And so that was a real bummer. So I just had some fries. I'm going to be heading out of here in a little bit because Chris is working today. And I think I mentioned when we were at the restaurant that he's working like kind of like a double today. He went in this morning, and then the manager that's supposed to close tonight is sick. And so he asked if Chris could stay and work the second like closing shift as well. So Chris is staying. So I wanted to bring some food to him because he didn't, pack, obviously planning to be there all day. So Gertie and I I was gonna take her out for a nice long walk anyway, so we will walk out to the river, take him some food, and come back. But I'm probably gonna eat a little bit more just because I only ate fries and I don't want to be hungry later. So eat a little bit more before I head out. We did get something though that arrived yesterday evening. I didn't show it, so I just opened it this morning. But this is our World's Columbian Exposition. This is from the Chicago World Fair in 1893. It is gonna go here on the gallery wall, like right over there in that corner. So excited about that one. So this will be one more that we take in to get framed on our next trip. The Cat River one came in last week, and then I already have that photo ready to go, ready to be framed. The Buckingham Fountain picture is the one I'm waiting on. I ordered the Buckingham Fountain one from Etsy as well. It's a local artist that does those prints. They're really cool. It's like really colorful. They're a lot of fun. So once that one arrives, then we'll take them into the frame shop so that they can get framed. But I've been taking like 4-ish in at a time. So. All right, we got Gertie. Okay, Daddy's lunch. Ready to head to the river? Made it to the river, and I found Chris.
Hi.
He was taking a break, so it was like perfect. We ran up and Gertie got so excited. She always like, as soon as we get, I don't know, what, 50 yards away is roughly like basically where we are. And like, she like knows, like, and she will like not stop pulling. She's like, we're almost there. I know where Dad is. She's so funny. She's back there getting excited. Where is it? Where is it? Show me where it is. We are back from the river, back from dropping stuff off for Chris, and guess what came in? All my skeins of floss. I got so much. Also got some Ada in here. Got some different colors. And pull this out and take a look. I do a lot of projects on white, but I had a couple of projects that I thought would look good on more of like kind of like a cream color. And I got this one is almost like an oatmeal. It's got like some heather, like kind of like heathered look to it. I'm really excited. I have a Chicago skyline I'm going to do that I think will be cool on this one. Okay, I'm running the robot vacuum, so you may be able to hear that in the background, but I am knee deep in floss. All right, so I've got my floss here laid out. These are the ones that I've already used for projects. And then I have in here like some more bags, some more floss like that I haven't yet like braided, like these over here. And then I have all my new floss here that I just got. I've got my cross stitch pattern so I can lay out. This is the Chicago City one that I'm going to be working on next. And so I'm getting all my colors ready for it while I'm watching some leg life. So I think it's a great way to spend an afternoon. Okay, I have all the threads for this particular project laid out, all the floss. And you can see what I mean. Last week when I had to place the order, I was mentioning that it feels like every time I do a new project, I don't have more than like 10% maybe of the threads that I need. And you can see I've got maybe like, let's see, what is that? 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 of the colors that I already had. And then these were all the ones I had to buy, which isn't actually 10% because this is like 8, 12, 16. So, okay, so I had basically 2/3 of what I needed. Or nope, there's another one, so 17. About 1/3 of what I actually needed, and I had to buy all that. It's crazy. It's just like, I mentioned it in last week's vlog, but like I feel like I always had to buy so many new threads or so many new, floss skeins for a project. It's just wild to me. Like I have so few that I actually already own, and I feel like I own so many because I've got all of these little guys, like, all of these are like, used ones that I have from other projects that I've already like used. Not to mention I have a bag of some that I haven't used yet. So I'm just like, how do I always need to buy more? I don't understand. It's crazy. Okay, so when I'm getting ready for a project, I'm getting it set up in my thread minder. And what I will do is I'll actually, and I know it sounds counterproductive, but the ones that are braided, I'll actually unbraid and then braid them into the thread minder. And then I usually do them in order of how they have them listed in the pattern. And then these, of course, I'll like cut down and get braided into the minder. So I usually do them in the order that they have listed here. And then that typically is kind of the order I'll go when I start, but it's not always the case. It kind of depends because I tend to start like in the center and then work my way out is usually kind of how I do it. And it doesn't look like that's actually necessarily the order, because you can see like the 347 is kind of like these colors here, and really what's kind of more in the middle is probably one of like actually this color right here. I think it's 900, because it's like that's the bridge. And that's probably about where I'll start, is with that bridge. But anyway, I generally put the threads in the minder in the order that they come. And you can see there's not as many holes probably as there are threads here, so I will double up on some of the holes. You gonna help me out, Gert? Yeah, you gonna help? All right, I've got them all done, all braided on here for this project, doubled up down here in this row, and then these are kind of single. So the way that I do these is I wrap them, and then I put the like label on it, and then when they're on this, I braid them very loosely. I braid it, and I don't braid them like all the way down, so I leave like kind of long ends, because this is where I'm going to pull my threads from. So there's 6-strand floss, and then I just like get my needle in there and I pull out like a thread or two. Well, one thread at a time, but to get my 2 threads out to use. When I store them, I re-braid them, and I braid them like much tighter and a lot longer. So that's kind of how I store them. But for projects, I do them really loosely so I can easily get the threads off of there. Good morning. So it is Saturday now, and I am going to finally start working on Chris's shirts that I bought the fabric for several weeks ago. So I needed to go out to the storage cage. We had some stuff we needed to kind of take out there. And I also had obviously stuff I needed to bring back for doing the sewing project. But while we were out there, we were like, oh yeah, we've got our fall stuff. We got our little fall decorations out of the bin and brought those in. So we have a little pumpkin here. We've got our cute little gnomes. So I got to decide where these guys are going to go. Okay, it's all a little one-sided, but we put the pumpkin there in the center of the table, which right now has all my sewing stuff on it. And then the little gnomes up there. We also have the little bicycling gnome right here. I'll get a little closer to that guy so you can see him. He's so cute. So he's on a bicycle with a pumpkin. He usually goes right here in this corner. And then over here, I just set this little guy right there. So a couple little fall gnomes to bring out some fall vibes. Okay, a few hours have passed now. Chris has already left for work. I am going to get the shirts cut. A few weeks ago, if you've watched our channel, you would know that I purchased some fabric to make Chris a couple more shirts. He likes to wear these short sleeve button up shirts to work. So I've made him a few over time, and I wanted to make him a few more. Okay, so I got some cool fabrics that I really like. Chris loves birds, and so I got this real fun bird fabric to make him a shirt out of that. Also, I thought he loves green. Green's his favorite color, so the bird fabric's green, which is great. This is also green. It's like little like dinosaur footprints, super cute. And then these are fun. This is like a, they're like little mariachi marionettes. They're super cute. Oh, Gertie, blocking the view here. There you go. They're really cute. So, got a few of those. I think I don't know how much I'm going to get done this weekend. I was off yesterday. I'm off on Monday, which is great. And today's Saturday, so I still have all day tomorrow and all day Monday. But tomorrow, we already have plans. We're going to go to lunch with my parents. We're also going to take Gertie kayaking for the first time, which I'm pretty excited about. So I don't know how much, I probably won't get anything done tomorrow. Let's be real. And then Monday, Chris is off as well. So Chris took Sunday and Monday off, so we actually have time off together. So I don't know how much sewing I'll actually get done this weekend, but I thought if I can at least this afternoon get everything like cut and get the interfacing like kind of ironed on, and they'll be ready to piece together. So even if I don't get them done until, next weekend or a few more weeks from now. So that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, so quick lesson in sewing from Whitney. So I went by memory when I ordered the fabric because I didn't feel like getting the pattern out, and I didn't technically order enough fabric. I am able to make it work. It's going to be a stretch, but I was able to make it work. So I will show you what I mean. Okay, so I was supposed to have 2 yards of fabric I only ordered a yard and a half because I thought that was all that I needed because, again, I was going from memory and it has been years since I have cut this pattern. So where I went wrong is in making up for all of the long things. So you have, this is the front of the shirt, this is the back of the shirt. That is like the back of the collar. This piece over here is like the collar itself. This is actually the front where like the buttons go, the sleeve, and the pocket. So you can see this front piece. The only way for me to fit it is for me to actually cut it all the way over to the selvaged edge. So you're going to get a little bit of this white. Now, it will be hidden in the seam allowance, barely. So, and or in the back of the shirt. And I don't think it's as bad on the other side as it is on this one. So I think one piece will actually be worse than the other. I'm going to verify that. It is not ideal for sure. I can finagle it and make it work. But my lesson is check your pattern. Make sure you're ordering the right amount of fabric. Don't make this mistake. So again, I'll make it work. It'll be fine. I actually think that this one is a wider fabric. So this one actually shouldn't be a problem at all. But this black one is going to have the same problem that I have with this one. So wah wah. Frustrated. So the dinosaur footprint one, thankfully, was actually a little bit wider, so had plenty of room. I was able to make the bird one work, even though it's not going to be ideal to work. The black, the Dancing Mariachi one, it's, I think, even a little bit narrower than the bird one, and I don't think that I'm going to be able to make it work. So I think I'm going to end up having to buy, basically, I think I can get everything cut except for the sleeve. So if I just bought another like half yard, I'd be able to cut the sleeve. I'm so irritated with myself. So that's my fault. I was being lazy. I should have gotten out the pattern and double checked to make sure that I was ordering the right amount of fabric. And going by memory proved to be the wrong thing to do. So, but I got aggravated enough that I was like, you know what? We're going to put this down for tonight because it's probably best that I don't press on. Because sometimes if I just keep going, if I'm mad, then I end up like making stupid mistakes. So I did get the 2 green shirts cut. Probably gonna end up having to order more fabric to finish the other one. But I didn't even start cutting the interfacing or doing anything like that. I was like, I will do that later when I am in a better mood. I did get interrupted while I was cutting. Our Costco order arrived, and this could also be part of my bad mood or my less than stellar mood. So we did an Instacart order for Costco because we needed a few things, and they got 2 of our items wrong. And I feel like this is just a consistent thing with Instacart for me. Like I've had always bad experiences with them, and it was just yet again they got a couple wrong items. So I was already frustrated by that, and then I got the black fabric out to cut, and it was giving me problems, and I thought, oh no, now I'm just in a bad mood. So now I have to figure out how to turn this upside down and make myself cheer myself back up because I'm definitely aggravated for sure. But it'll be fine. Probably best to just put it down for the day, and we will revisit it with a fresh mind another day. Morning. I got back from my run and realized, let me back up. Yesterday morning when we were making coffee, we were grinding the beans, and the very last bean was the last that we needed for yesterday's coffee. So we are completely out of coffee. I totally forgot to go out and get some yesterday. So Chris this morning, I get back from my run, and he's like, hey, we don't have coffee. I'm like, oh no. So I'm bouncing out to Starbucks to get some coffee. But I'll also give a quick update on yesterday. I know I was in a bad mood. The bread week for Bake Off was out, so I watched that and it cheered me up. No problem. Thankfully, there's a Starbucks right behind our building, so I was able to get a pound real quick. Okay, I am showered now. Chris is in the shower. We are going to lunch with my parents because Chris and I are both off today and tomorrow. So today's Sunday. Excited about that. I did go ahead this morning when I got out of the shower. I laid out the fabric. Oh, let me back up. So I hopped on a mood. As you know, yesterday I was trying to cut those shirts for Chris, and I didn't read the pattern ahead of time. I didn't really get enough fabric. I was able to finagle it for the 2 green shirts, but the black shirt, while folded, I just wasn't able to fit all the pieces. So I thought, well, I'm just gonna have to buy a little bit more fabric. Went on Mood this morning on their website, and it is sold out. So I was like, well, shoot. So I oftentimes, if you can't cut everything on a fold, sometimes you're able to do it if you lay it out flat. You have to be more careful to make sure you cut everything the right direction. But I was able to do that. I was able to get every single piece to fit, and I got that shirt cut. So thank goodness. I'm definitely not going to work on them this weekend, though. I'm for sure. I think at some point, maybe tomorrow, I'll get the interfacing cut and get that at least kind of added to it. But I'm not going to start piecing them this weekend. I think maybe next weekend, we'll see. I got frustrated enough by the situation that I didn't want to work any further. So at least they're cut. That's step 1. Get the interfacing done. That's step 2. And then someday in the future, we'll piece them together. But I'm not doing any more today, for sure. We are heading out to lunch. Have you been enjoying your day off with me so far?
Yeah. It's nice just to not do anything.
Yeah.
I know that I don't do anything 2 days a week. I do stuff, but it's just nice to like.
It's nice to not do anything together.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the winter when we have all the time together.
Yes. Yeah, we were talking about this morning. We want to plan like movie marathon weekends where we do like themed food with whatever the marathon is.
Like, so I think the first one we should do Lord of the Rings, and we'll make like, we have all the like those like wooden platters and like a hand forged cutlery, like make like a little platter or a little spread of like tavern food.
Yeah. And when we do like
Lembas bread.
Jurassic Park, we should, I don't know, like
Jello. We need Jello.
Yeah, there we go.
And ice cream.
All right, our destination, Legal Seafoods. We are here at Legal Seafood, getting to sit outside today. It is a beautiful day.
It's a little warm.
A little warm. Well, we're not getting much of a breeze here, but it is still very lovely. Yeah, my mom just said we have to enjoy the outside eating while we can, because don't have much more of it. It's a few more weeks. So Legal Seafoods has their fry batter is gluten-free, so I am able to eat fried things here, which is amazing. So I'm literally thinking about having onion rings and calamari because I don't get to order those ever, so I'm pretty excited about it. All right, tell me about your...
So I got the Working Man Surf and Turf, which is Chicago dog and this like stuffed clam.
Oh, I see. It's like in the shell.
Almost like a stuffed crab, but it's got like clam and other
They like to put things in what they are.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of weird. Like how Kai got his macaroni in the lobster. And I got fried and fried. So I have onion strings, which I never get to have, and some calamari. We are back from Legal Seafood. On our way back, we stopped in to get our mail because our very last print that we've been waiting on for the gallery wall has arrived. So this is Buckingham Fountain. It's kind of like glary, you can see. But I'm really excited about it. I'll turn it around. Yeah. So this is an artist that my mom has a few of her prints as well, but I really liked this one. I love kind of the bright colors of it. I think it'll look really nice. I'm super excited. And it came, you can order it just kind of as a standard print, or you can get it with this like kind of torn matte look. So it's like torn on the edges and then placed on like a black matte board. It's really cool looking. So this one will go kind of right here in this spot there. There we go, like that. Well, we are back out. I made a deal with Chris.
Yeah, you said that if we went, because you wanted new Vans, right?
Well, I wanted to go kayaking today. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to take Gertie kayaking. She has not been kayaking yet. I have not kayaked all summer because my stupid knee.
Well, yeah, you kayaked in the spring.
In the spring. I didn't get to kayak all summer. But for those who are wondering, my knee is doing much better. Actually, pretty much back to normal now. So I was like, I've been excited to go kayaking. That's what I wanted to do tonight. And Chris was like,
I didn't really want to because I kind of do that.
He was like, I do that for a living. So I said, okay, deal. If we go kayaking, if you promise me we'll go kayaking next weekend, then we can go shopping today.
Yeah, and I was just like, shopping? I don't care where we're going because I like shopping.
And I said I was thinking we can go to the Lego store. But then I said, but if you get to buy Legos, then that means I get to buy some new Vans. Which he said, you can buy 5 new pairs of Vans if I can buy Legos. So we're going shopping. Successful stop at Vans. They had a buy one get one half deal. So if you bought like a full price item and then you bought a sale item, you got half off. So I'm wearing some new shoes as we speak. I went ahead and traded out to the new ones. It's sad because like my other ones that I didn't think looked that dirty look pretty dirty when you compare them to new ones. There's my new ones. These are like a gray with a black, and my other ones that I was wearing are all black. We made it to the Water Tower Mall and we're getting some water for Gertie. She basically ran here, so she's pretty thirsty. Her little legs have to move kind of fast. Okay, one more stop before the main event. We're popping into a game store.
Okay, so we went up to the 4th floor to go to the restroom. And up there's a gaming store that I was like, oh, I wanted to check out because there's a new Magic set that just came out last Friday. That's Spider-Man. And they've been like going crazy. So I made the last minute decision to, instead of buying Lego, that I'm gonna buy Magic cards. So I bought some Spider-Man cards because they look really cool, and this is something that they're probably gonna like sell out very quickly. And Lego is usually pretty good at always having stock. And also too, I'm kind of in like contemplating like Also too, I'm like kind of like not necessarily getting out of Lego, but it's just like it's not doing it for me because I'm kind of running out of shelf space, and you get that few hours of fun when you're building them, but then I just put them on the shelf and then kind of forget about them. So at least Magic cards I like play like once a week, so I think it's the right decision. So Gertie, Whitney is in the restroom and Gertie is sitting here on the bench with me. It's so cute. Say hi, Gertie. She's super scared or nervous because Whitney left.
Okay, we have stopped at this little place called the Cocoa Bar. It is like at the corner of like Wabash and Wacker, just like before you go down to the Riverwalk. We've come here like once or twice before. It's just like a cute little place. It's a perfect place to just walk up and grab a drink. So we got a couple of margaritas and some chips and queso. I did pour a little bit of margarita into one of the waters by mistake as I was carrying it to the table. But it's just like a cute little walk up. I think they have pretty good drinks, don't you think? Pretty yummy.
They're handmade.
Yeah, I mean they are handmade drinks, which is nice. Like they're not like mixed.
And you can get like high-end stuff too. Like
yeah, like I just got the house mezcal, but you could get
like a nice
top shelf.
Patron, top
Yeah.
shelf.
Yeah. How's the queso? Good? That looks like Tracy approved queso. No.
Probably a little too fancy for her.
But the ambiance is nice. Look, we got like the river back there. We got this fountain. It's lovely. All right. Busy weekend?
Kind of easy weekend. Well, now it is.
I mean, for you, because you were off today.
Yeah.
You didn't have to work today. It's nice. I got new shoes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Got Magic cards.
I still can't believe you. I opened up the door for you to buy Legos, and you're like, nah. I love that.
Interests change.
I get it. You play Magic a lot, so it's really good. So I think we're going to go ahead and close out the Chronicles for this week here, and we'll pick you back up, of course, next week. So we will see you in the next one.